Hello everyone and welcome to a DownUnderSteer special. Today we talk about some of the amazing overtakes that have happened in the last 30 years of Formula One. Joining me this week we have David Galton-Fenzi. Overtaking has been more and more frequent since the introduction of the KERS and DRS systems, although history still has some amazing examples of ultra-committed overtakes. We'll step straight into some of our favourites.
Well, favourites, you're talking favourites, you got to start with Mika Hakkinen at Spa in 2000.
This is where Zonta gets caught with his pants down as well.
Big time, he didn't know where to go. This one kicks off on the lap before when they're going down the Kemmel straight towards Le Combe, and Shuey does his old trick and moves over on Hakkinen and tries to put him on the grass, and they make a bit of contact. And so then the very next lap, Hakkinen gets his revenge, flying down the straight, gets a really good tow from Schumacher, then a bit of a tow from Zonta as he pulls out and takes him on the inside. It's just immense. It's immense.
Yeah, the onboard from Zonta is just amazing.
He had no idea where to look. He must have been shitting himself.
These are in no particular order as well. We've got Webber on Alonso at Spa in 2011. This one is particularly brave overtake. You just never really see anyone in any type of racing division overtaking at this spot. Side by side through Eau Rouge at Spa.
Yeah, especially around the outside as well. It's just total commitment. And Alonso, fair credit to him, he knew it was coming, and I don't think he knew he could fight it because Webber wasn't lifting. All the way back to 1996 in Estoril. I love this pass because in a test earlier in the year, Villeneuve had gone around the track. This was his rookie year, and he said, this corner you can pass on. And the rest of the drivers basically laughed him away, saying, no, you can't. You can't pass here. So when they turned up there for the race, he got none other than Michael Schumacher around the outside. It's just brilliant. And he went on to win the race, of course. It was the second last race of the year. He won the race, took the championship fight down to Japan.
Also back in 2011, we had Vettel on Alonso. This was part of Vettel's dominating championship of 2011, where he took Alonso around the outside of Curva Grande, which is really not an overtaking spot as far as anyone's concerned. Alonso pushes him out onto the grass, but as committed as he is, Vettel still gets around the outside of him.
He kept his foot in. He got a little twitch on the grass, didn't he? And laid a marker down. And for all those who said he couldn't race against other people, wheel to wheel, I think that put a nail in that coffin fairly hard.
Montoya.
I love
Montoya on Shui.
I love this guy. First of all, come on, Nürburgring 2003. Catching on Schumacher, first chance he gets to get past him. It was a half chance around the outside of the bottom hairpin. He goes a long way around the outside. Shuey understeers up into him and spins himself out, trying to keep up with him. And Montoya carries on, finishes second in the race for a Williams 1-2. I mean, this is right in the middle of Shuey's dominant period. That's a brilliant pass.
I mean, when we're looking at all these clips, Montoya was showing in so many of them.
Yeah, one of my favourites is in Brazil in 2001. It was his third ever race. Also on Shuey. All these passes are on Shuey. He was the only one who took it to Schumacher when Shuey was just kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah, he's not scared, is he?
He wasn't scared. This one in Brazil was came after a safety car restart. Obviously, he had all the champ car experience in the States. They had a lot of safety cars there.
Into turn one. Nerfs him out a bit as well.
He runs him really wide. Shuey's just got nowhere to go, nothing to do, and Montoya takes the lead. And he was heading for his first win until Jos Verstappen took him out when he was being lapped. Gutted. I nearly cried. Oh, but then there was Bar in 2004 on Shuey coming up to the bus stop, and he was miles back, absolutely miles back. And he just came around the outside into the left-hander, and then as they came out of the right-hander, he had the inside turn. I think he actually did it to someone else in the same race as well. That was his overtaking spot in that race, and he qualified 11th in that race, and then he led it at one stage, but then he had to retire. But Shuey, who he overtook, finished second, so that could have been another win for Montoya that he missed out on. Germany in Hockenheim in 2002. This one isn't on Shuey, this one's on Kimi. It's just absolutely brilliant racing. It went on for half a lap. It started at the hairpin at the top of the circuit when Montoya tried to get him around the outside and cut Kimi off. And then they kept going through the next turns and the next turns, and then eventually, I mean, that's just side-by-side epic racing, and it doesn't get much better than that.
I'm sensing a bit of love for Montoya there, Dave.
He's the modern-day Gilles Villeneuve, I thought. It's just a shame that he liked his pies too much because he never really took the fitness side of Formula One seriously enough, I think. But I mean, natural talent and overtaking ability. I mean, I don't think there's been anyone better than Montoya. I mean, he just capitalized, just like Montreal 2002, same season as the Hockenheim, and he took Kimi and Ralph in the same straight. Kimi made a small mistake on
Oh,
the
yeah,
exit of
of
the
course.
chicane. Ralph got held up a bit, and Montoya just got them both. And in that race, he was challenging Shuey for the win. Again, he was the only one challenging again, but his engine blew with 14 laps to go, and then Shuey just cruised home and won it easily.
We might have to slow you down a bit there. You're getting a little bit of a hard one to Montoya. So let's have another look here. What else have we got? Well, speaking of places where you just shouldn't really be able to overtake, we've got Alonso on Schumacher at Suzuka in '05. Around the outside of the 130R corner. Not really the safest place in the world to make an overtake, but he made it stick. And once again, Shui gets aced by a very classic overtake.
Yeah, I'm sure Alonso inhaled his racing suit making this move up his backside.
But of course, it's stuck and he made it. I mean, but you see, if you lose it at that corner, man, you're just setting yourself up for a massive accident.
Yeah, Alan McNish, 2002. That's speaking of massive accidents at 130R. They don't get much bigger than that one.
I always love the footage of Kobayashi at 130R losing it, but regaining control of the car with this massive drift.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not,
He
um,
just go through
cool.
sideways every lap, just trying to
Yeah.
take it flat every lap, and doing it just.
In the same race where Alonso took Shui at 130R, we had Kimi Raikkonen on Fisichella for the final lap and for the win of the race.
It was a brilliant move. In that race, I mean, the qualifying was severely disrupted by poor weather, and that was when they did the one lap at a time. So you only had one driver on the circuit for qualifying. So half the field qualified on a dry track, half the field qualified on a sodding wet track. And Alonso was 16th, and Kimi qualified 17th, and Fisichella was third in the Renault, the World Championship winning Renault of that year. And Kimi still caught him on the last lap, passed him around the outside.
Maybe stepping back a few years, we've got some fantastic classic overtakes as well. We've got Mansell on Berger at Mexico 1990. I love this overtake.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's actually after Berger had already got past Mansell a couple laps before, and this was Nigel fighting back and basically putting Berger where he belonged, I think.
He's all over the back of Berger. Berger had no idea which way he was going to go, and then ends up going right the way around the outside.
Yeah, I mean, he's selling the dummy left, right, isn't he, before he goes around the outside. Berger I don't think he had a hope, to be fair. I mean, well, not many people do against Nigel Mansell.
That's it. So a few years earlier, we've got another Mansell with some Mansell on PK at Silverstone 87. 3 laps left and to win his home Grand Prix as well. Again, he's doing the classic selling the dummy move. What have we got there? Known as the Silverstone two-step move.
Yeah, that one became famous pretty quick, this move. I've actually seen highlights of this race on TV. I didn't see it live. I wasn't watching Formula One this far back, unfortunately,
Yeah.
but I've seen a highlights show, and it was so exciting because both Williams were due to go through the race without a tyre change, without a pit stop, because this was back in the days before refueling as well. But Mansell, one of his tyres threw a weight off it, and so he had awful vibration, so he had to pit. He just had to pit. So he came out of the pits with 28 laps to go, and he was 29 seconds behind PK. So the equation was pretty simple, and he smashed the lap record 11 times, catching him up.
We've got PK on Senna at Hungary 1986.
This one's so good. Another one around the outside. I mean, this was the first year they went to Hungary, and the track was dusty as hell, apparently.
It ends in a little drift at the end of the corner as well. It's just...
Yeah, proper four-wheel drift, isn't it? It's rally style. Apparently, PK had found some magical differential settings to get around the dusty track, and he'd not shared it with his teammate, Nigel Mansell. And it came out after the race, and Nigel wasn't too happy.
Oh, this is a great one. Mansell on Senna plus a backmarker in Hungary 1989.
Yeah, classic. Mansell qualified 12th in the race, won the race, and this move was fairly crucial to his win. Senna came across a backmarker, hesitated for a half a second, and Mansell just pounced on him. Went around both of them at the same time on a track that's really notorious for being able to pass on. And he ended up, well, he won the race easily, 30 seconds in front of Senna. He finished second.
Yeah. Just to wrap up some of our own personal favourite overtakes, again, we've got Mansell on Senna at Barcelona in 1991. You've likely seen this footage before on the TV. It's a very iconic F1 overtake. Mansell and Senna just gunning it hard down the straight at Barcelona. Sparks coming off the under tray of the car, and Mansell nails it into turn one.
Yep, turn one, yeah.
Yeah.
Playing chicken at 300 kilometers an hour. Again, Mansell won the race. It's an iconic pass. It seems like with Senna bashing, they're all overtaking Senna, but you had to do something pretty special to get past Senna, I think. So that's why they're on this list. I think the same with Schumacher as well, probably.
It's a little bit sad that we haven't got any Senna overtakes on this.
Yeah, well, if you know of any,
Clip
drop
at
us a
all.
line. Let us know. Put a link in the comments.
Yeah, that's cool because we want to know your favorites as well. Post it on the YouTube channel, or you can join us on Facebook, which is Facebook/DownUnderSteer, and link us to your favorite overtakes there as well. Don't forget to check out our website. You can go to DownUnderSteer.com.
It's full of hilarious and informative articles.
And of course, we'd love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please click the like button if you enjoyed the content here today. That's it for us, and we hope to see you again next week.